Hi everybody, I'm Amanda the G, and today I thought I would do something a little bit different. So I know we're all in quarantine, and I'm guessing this is just as hard for you as it is for me, or we're all similarly going through difficult situations. And I, personally, like probably a lot of you, have joined TikTok, which means today I am making the TikTok Coffee, but I'm making it the I don't have ingredients version. So, what that means for me is I have a gingerbread latte drink mix. This is literally the only type of instant coffee that I have, and it's 2 tablespoons of instant coffee with 2 tablespoons of water, which I already put in here, and then you're supposed to add sugar, which I'm not adding sugar because there's already sugar in this thing. And this is not entirely what I'm doing. I mean, I'm doing this today, but I'm gonna do some other thing, like, okay, here, words can work. Okay, here's words working. I am going to make this TikTok coffee and then enjoy that as we go on to the next part, which is the main portion of this video. My God, I can't even talk. Woo, being stuck inside for over a month has had some effects on me. Anyway, the main portion of this video is where I'm going to focus on the positive things that are coming out of being at home all the time. Okay, this is not thickening, and I think it has something to do with the stuff that I'm using, and at this point I no longer give a shit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make it this way. It drives me up a friggin' wall when people put so much milk in, first off, because who's drinking milk with their coffee, but second, they put the stuff on top and then it explodes all over the place, and then there's no way to stir it, and you have to stir it together anyway. You just want it to look pretty. That's why you're doing the whole thing. So here, let's make it look pretty. This is how much I cared. So I'm gonna stir this because you have to stir it anyway. So, oh well, it looks like chocolate milk. It tastes like gingerbread milk. It tastes kind of weird. Let's be honest, I didn't have the right ingredients, and you can't go to a store right now. But anyway, this is not really the point of this video. And I know I could focus on the positive things going on across the entire world because there's a whole bunch of stuff, but I am going to be super selfish right now, and I'm just going to talk about some of the good things that have happened to me specifically. Now, I work with some really awesome people, and we are very, very close as a team. So we have been on like daily Zoom calls that have no point. They're just a hangout room that we just go in and out of whenever we feel like. But one thing that we did is we've had 2 birthdays now so far in quarantine in a very small group, and one of them was the 60th birthday. So we had a parade, all right? We had a socially distanced parade. We showed up in gloves and masks. We decorated our cars. We had balloons. We had signs. We had wine for her and a cup that said 60 and fabulous, and we socially distanced our way through it. We all met in a parking lot. I went to drive across the street. There were other cars coming. They stopped and let our whole parade go through because people understand right now it's parade time. We had a sign for her yard that we went through. We honked on the way down. We came back. We stayed at least 6 feet apart from each other at all times. We put everything down in front of her, and apparently her neighbors loved it. She loved it. It was like the best way we could celebrate a birthday with people. And then on top of that, I was wearing my super cool mask, which if you haven't seen, I made a mask from the same fabric that I used for a skirt for one of my nieces once. It is a fabric that changes color in the light because why not? It also broke my last needle for my sewing machine, and those aren't considered essential. So I have 1 mask right now, but I should be getting new needles hopefully very, very soon, and then I can have more than 1 mask. I wanted to plant plants, but you know, these times are great. So instead I got a whole crap ton of seeds, and I set up a whole seed thing, and there's pictures that I'm showing you now if I'm not super lazy when I am editing this, and I have like grow lights and shit that I'm growing all sorts of seeds, and there's a map of them so I know which one is where. I made a sourdough starter and making sourdough bread because that's what my life has become. I am making my own bread. My plan is to trade bread for things. Something I've been occupying my time with is TikTok. I have been watching a lot of TikToks. I've been making a lot of TikToks. If you want to follow me on TikTok for some reason, I'm Amanda the G over there because I'm Amanda the G everywhere. You can follow me on TikTok if you want. It's a bunch of random shit because what else are we doing with our entire lives when we can't leave our houses? I got a lot of bananas at Costco, and a good thing that you can do with bananas is what I did with bananas, which is make chocolate banana protein muffins, because why not? I've cleaned random shit in my house that I've never cleaned before, including the exhaust in my bathroom. Probably should have cleaned that at some point, never have. Finally got around to doing that. My door broke, which was a bad thing. Okay, that's legitimately a bad thing. But what happened was the wind caught my door, flung it wide the heck open, and somehow that shattered one of the panels in my door of glass. So what do you do when nobody can come to your house and the glass in your front door breaks? Well, what I did is I pulled the shards out, got rid of all of the shards that were small, found the one big shard, measured it to what it needed to be, brought it to a glass shop that allowed me to drop off no contact, called them on the phone, and left a post-it note on it with the dimensions it needed to be. They made the new piece in one business day. I got to go back, also no contact, gave them my credit card information over the phone so that I could pay for it, went back no contact, picked it up by their dumpster, brought it back to my house, managed to, go me, take apart the door, because you had to take apart the screen to get to the glass part, put the glass in, put the screen back on, and then clean all the rest of the glass so it matches, because it was very dirty and it took a long time to clean it. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of pollen that goes on the outside of doors, but I fixed the whole thing myself, and for some reason that glass piece was less than $37, and I could not be happier about it. But at the same time, do you know what I want to get back to? I want to get back to the days where I just paid people to fix the things that I didn't know I could fix myself, and just dealt with the fact that I paid them money and not all of the stress with it. We gotta not rush to open this back up, because if you open the country up too fast, and if you do some of the stupid shit that's being proposed, I'm gonna flat out call it stupid. If you open the country this stupid way and open gyms first and open everything up too soon before we've even reached our peak, we're gonna undo everything we just did, and so many people are gonna die. The more people you come into contact with, the more likely it is that people will die. So basically, we all just gotta take the hit for right now until we figure this shit out, until there is massive amounts of testing, which we don't have, until we are testing people at home themselves, which we don't have, until we can get to the point that we have a cure that we don't have, or have a vaccine that we don't have, or it mutates itself out of existence, which it hasn't. We can't just go out and do whatever. The Spanish flu lasted for 3 years, okay? We are in the middle of what we didn't want, but all y'all wanted the 20s to come back, so freaking congratulations, here we are in the 20s. It just all happened in the first year. But, you know, this is just what our life is for right now, and it's better that we all take a hit financially and mentally instead of all dying. And we just have to, like, you know, put that into perspective, because the fact is that there are places that their morgues are full, okay? There are hospital morgues that are full, and there are refrigerated trucks outside of hospitals that bodies are being stacked in. And this isn't like a third world country where that's happening. That is happening. There are mass graves happening because somebody is playing Plague Inc. with the world and they need to just lose already. Anyway, I just had to rant a little bit. I have a lot of pent-up stuff, but you know, I'm sure we all do. Let me know how your quarantine is going in those comments. Stay fresh, cheese bags. Also, I wouldn't suggest making this way. It's really not that good.